and welcome back to my channel, Mishey Cat Yoga. I'm your girl, Mishey Cat, also known as Michelle. This video is going to be a journey through our chakras. Chakras are a very important organizational system of energy vortexes through our body. We are said to have 7 of them. Some believe there's 9, some believe there's 12. So we're going to go through a journey. I'll say a little bit about each of the chakras, and then we're going to move on to a little bit of asana practice to match with each chakra region. I love working with the chakras. It gives more insight into your body, and it's a whole nother journey of self-discovery. Through our physical practice in yoga of postures, we are able to learn some things about ourselves, unlock some things about ourselves. But through diving into the chakras, those energy centers, we can learn even more, finding out which areas are a little unbalanced, which areas are a little overstimulated, and then work with those areas to kind of even it all out. So quickly going through each of the chakras, just a little bit about it and what it represents. Fun fact, all of the chakras have an element and note. They have minerals that go along with that. There's even foods that you can eat that correlate to each of the chakras. So the first one's going to be our root chakra, the very base of our spine, right between our legs. This one is going to be symbolized by the color red. Our root chakra represents our foundation, our safety, our security, and our home. Not our physical brick and mortar home, our home of our body, our being, where we feel comfortable and safe. Moving up is the sacral chakra, that orange area right here in our reproductive zone. This is going to be, of course, our sensuality and sexuality, but it also is our creativity. What sparks us joy, what brings us passion. All of those artistic qualities are coming from that sacral chakra. Moving up, we've got our solar plexus, represented by the color yellow. Yellow like the sun, yellow fierce like the lion. This is our center of self-power. Our confidence lives here. Who we are. Moving up to our heart chakra, that beautiful emerald green color. The heart chakra, of course, is love. It's the love for your cat, for your friend, for your boyfriend, for your mom, your sister, for all of the people and things. But it's what is deeper than that love. It goes even beyond that surface level or what you think is an infinite, unconditional love for a person or a place or a thing. This goes even deeper into that love that comes from source, into that love that is from yourself. So a lot of self-love, self-care, self-work comes from this area. Moving up to our throat chakra, the color of blue. This is our voice. This is our speech. This is how we communicate with ourselves and with each other. Continuing up is the third eye center, right here between the eyes here. It's your third eye in the middle of your forehead. This is your seat of intuition. The color of purple. This is that little voice in your head, that gut feeling of knowing which way to turn if you're lost. It's those signs that you see pointing out to you. Maybe you say it's good luck. Maybe it's the synchronicity of events that's happened in your life. That's your intuition. Lastly, the crown chakra, very, very top of your head. It's located here. It's the closest to source. It's the closest to universal consciousness. Whatever it is that you believe, it's God, it's goddesses. That is your crown chakra, connecting to something higher than yourself, something bigger than the ego. So we can work with these chakras, again, like I said, to discover, to learn things about ourselves, but also understand if something is a little out of whack. If we have some problems in our throat, it's scratchy, it's dry, maybe there is something that we need to say that we have been holding back. If we're at a party or a gathering and everyone's dancing and letting loose and you're having trouble moving your body, you're feeling rigid, Maybe that's a sign we need to focus on our sacral chakra and work on that flow, working on loosening it up, shake it out, literally. One more thing before we get into asana practice is the ages and the chakras. So as there are 7 chakras, let me speak real quick on just 2 others that are sort of relevant, that I believe are sort of relevant. Like I said, there could be 7, some people say there's 9, or even 12. The other 2 chakras that I'm talking about aren't in the body per se. They're hovering right below and above the body. So the earth chakra is about 1 foot below our feet, and it's into the ground. And that is similar to the root chakra. It's rooting us into Mother Earth. It's giving us that connection to Mother Gaia, to the planet that we live on. The next one is going to be about 1 foot above our head, just kind of floating there. And that's the star chakra. And that's, again, sort of like the crown, connecting us to your higher power and to your source, connecting you to the galaxies, connecting you to other planets, connecting you to that source, that being, whatever you believe it is. So the ages. Every 7 years, we go through another chakra stage. So the first 7 years is our root chakra. It's even said in the 2nd trimester of pregnancy, when you were still in your mother's womb, that's when this was starting to develop our root chakra. So however it was, the environment around you when you were in the womb, whether it was happy, playful, calm, joyful, dramatic, whatever it is, that's going to start right away having an effect on you. So from about 2nd trimester until 7 is your first era of the root chakra. And then every 7 years after that, it moves up the chakras. So next 7 years, from 8 to 14, is the sacral. And next 7 years again, it's the solar plexus. After 7 years, it moves to the heart, so on and so forth. So not only is it categorized by those eras every 7 years, within those eras, there's 7 years, there's 7 chakras. So if you were 3 years old, you would be in your root chakra era, but 3 is the 3rd chakra up, which is your solar plexus. So for example, I'm 32 years old. This puts me in that solar plexus era between 29 and 35. So since I'm 32, I'm in the solar plexus era, which I believe in that range of time, when I turned 29, about to turn 30, I really stepped into my power. I was full of confidence. I knew my place. I knew who I was. So that was so special to kind of step into that era and feel that shift, feel that change. So, and I'm 32, that is going to be 3 years, that's 4 years into this solar plexus era. So the 4th chakra up is the heart. So I'm really feeling that on my 32nd year of life. I got married this year, so my heart is exploding and full of love and so happy. So that's an amazing chart. You can surely Google it. I will make some links below if you want to take a look. I'll even post the chart for you, so be sure to follow me on the Instagram and everywhere else so you can see that chart for yourself. So we'll move into an asana practice here, just a quick flow to go through each of the chakras, having one pose or so that kind of really resonates with each of them. So if anything today, maybe grab a block as a prep and your mat. Get yourself situated and I'll meet you on your mat in a moment. All right, welcome. We are going to get started standing today. So wherever you're at, stand up on your feet. We're going to begin in our mountain pose here, reaching our fingers down, relaxing the shoulders back, making sure the hips are right, or the feet are right underneath of our hips there. Spreading the toes wide and finding a little grip, a little lift through the upper arches. Find those kneecaps starting to lift up, as well as our thighs toning up, and just starting to observe this energy drawing upwards. Roll the shoulders down and back, lift the crown up. Make sure our chin is pretty much parallel to the ground here. Spread the fingers wide and reach them down. The palms can be forward, they can be towards you or back, whatever feels best. Energy through the palms, energy through the feet. Close your eyes down. Each inhale, we're drawing that earth energy up. Maybe we're envisioning that little earth star chakra below us. Connecting to earth here, drawing that energy up through the soles of your feet. With each inhale, it travels up. Our legs are turned on. Keep drawing that energy up until it anchors into your root chakra. Envisioning that red orb, that red vortex starting to spin fiercely. Take another inhale breath and continue to draw that earth energy all the way up the torso, up the arms, up and out the crown of your head. Imagining it exploding out of the crown and water falling down, cascading that earth energy around you in a protective aura, a protective glow. As that energy comes and travels through your body, cleansing away anything that needs to go, pushing out the crown of your head, cascading around, those problems, those dramas, those worries are released and sent back into earth as Mother Nature will absorb it for us like fertilizer for her. She takes it and remixes it. And then letting that thought go, take another inhale and exhale breath. Imagining the door on the top of your head, maybe it's French doors or just a single door, opening up. Letting that star chakra or the crown chakra energy from your source start to come in to the head. Again, cascading around the forehead as it relaxes our jaw, our ears, coming down towards the throat, absorbing over our chest, down the arms, down the belly, and all the way down into the legs. Finding this safety, this ease, this trust in something that is out of our control, that's out of our reach, that might be out of our vision, but we're trusting that this is keeping us safe, it's keeping us on the path we're meant to be. One more breath here, in and out. Blink the eyes open, step to the top of your mat. Urdhva as we reach in, look overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, chin to chest. Two more like that. Circle the arms out and up overhead. Palms touching, look up. Exhale, chin to chest as we pull the hands down. One more round, full breath in, reaching out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center, then bring the hands to the hips. We're taking a big step back with our right foot. All the way back. The right foot is going to land down at a 45-degree angle. The left knee is going to start to bend. Warrior one here. Hands on our hips. In case that right hip wants to pull back, we're at warrior one, not two. So we're going to bring that right hip back forward. Really strong in the back leg, lifting the kneecap. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, sink it a little lower. Keep trying to square the hips and shoulders forward. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Shift the weight forward. Big step into the top of your mat. Circle the arms out and up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, chin to chest. Two more like that. Sweep the arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, hands together, chin to chest as we bow our head. Last one, big sweep. And down. Hands to the hips. We're taking a big step back with the left foot now this time. All the way. Back foot's at a 45-ish degree angle. Right toes facing forward. Right leg is bent. That back leg is so strong. Notice the kneecap is lifted, thighs turning on. All that energy pressing from the outside of the edge of the foot, propelling you even more forward and deeper into this pose. Hands to the hips. Take the left hand to the left hip and edge it a little bit more forward. Pulling the right hip back into its place. Bring the left hip a little bit more forward. If we need more space in the body, we can always heel toe that front foot, open a little bit so our legs are a little wider apart. Reach the arms up here, inhale, settle in for the exhale. Keep straightening that back leg, reach through the fingers, deep bend in the knee. One more inhale and exhale. Hands to the heart, we shift the weight forward, big step to the top of your mat. Hands drop down and up, inhale. This time forward fold all the way over the legs, all the way down. You can bend the knees if we need to. Full breath in and out. Halfway lift is our inhale. Forward fold is our exhale. Root to rise, stand up all the way, big stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a big step back with the left foot, so it's a wide-legged stance here. Toes are going to face forward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Release the head. You can always bring your hands to a block here if it's not meeting the ground. So those warriors, we were rooted for our root chakra. Now we're moving into our sacral chakra. From here, heel toe the feet in a good distance, a little bit wider than our hips. Coming into Malasana, our yogi squat, heels and toes out. We're going to bend to the knees. Here comes our block. If we want somewhere to sit, we could just use the edge of a couch or even a chair to get into this pose as well. So when we feel good, we can rest on the block or balance. We're going to stretch our arms out wide, palms facing forward. Dig your elbows into the inner knees and thighs and press them open wide. Lift the chest. Try to sit up as tall as we can. Bring your ears away from the shoulders by bringing the shoulders down. Close your eyes here. Envision that orange color right in our reproductive region. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We want to find a little mudra here. We bring the palms together. Bring all of the fingers, the pinky, not all of them, 3 fingers that are on the outside, the pinky, the ring, and the middle to curl in. I like to interlace those hands, or you can just keep them curled in. Pointer and thumb touch. Pointer reaches the ground. So we can see that this shape of our hands almost represents that feminine internal organ, matching our yoni here. We can hold this mudra or not, your choice. Take one more breath in and out. Moving on to our sacral chakra, the boat pose. So we can come onto our hands and slowly come onto our bottoms, or from the Malasana, we sit back on our booty and lift the feet at the same time, coming into that boat pose. So this boat pose can look anything like the regular boat by hovering the knees, lifting the chest, straightening the back. If we need to lower the hands down, that's cool. Even if we want to lower the feet down, we can just use the hands to reach. So find your variation here. Core is turned on because the core is our power. It's our solar plexus. Building just a little bit of heat. We can even have our hands down here. Lower the body, straightening out the legs and lifting it back up. So we're going inhale to our low boat. Exhale, bring it back into high boat. 2 more. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high. Last one. Good. Release the feet down. You can go ahead and round. Give yourself just a bit of a break. And then crossing our legs, we're going to come into our camel pose for our heart opener. So we're sitting back on our heels. Again, if this isn't cool, we find our handy dandy block and sit upon that. We can stay right here. Reach our hands behind us, squeeze the shoulders, puff up through the chest, and stay here, finding our heart lifted. Maybe envisioning that emerald green color coming out of our chest. That's an option, or we're taking our regular full camel as we bring in our knees up, lifting our hips, bringing our hands to our back pockets, drawing the elbows closer together. Reach through the crown, inhale, core turns on. Exhale, guide the hips forward as we roll the shoulders back. Gaze can look forward as long as you like, letting it fall back only when it feels good. 2 more breaths here. Wherever you're at, slowly coming back through center, sit on your heels, give yourself a moment in a regular spine. From here, I like to, in this position, do my lion's breath next for our throat chakra. So bringing your hands, your paws down in front of you. If you need to open your knees a little wider, you can. You can even find a comfortable seat here. Lion's breath is in through the nose, full breath in. On the breath out, stick out your tongue, show your teeth, turn your eyes up and inwards. Let any sounds come out. So it's gonna go like this. Deep breath in and out. 2 more. Good, really fierce like a lion. Don't be scared. Don't hold back. I like to add that lion's breath in every class that I do. Any pose that can be incorporated in. All right, so now coming onto our bottoms, lay all the way back. So lay your legs out forward, glue the legs together to open the throat more. We're coming into our fish pose. So we can keep it regular, or we can bring it supported by bringing a block underneath our back and between the shoulders. It's your choice. Legs slide together, toes point back. We're going to lay back on our elbows here. You can shimmy the hands underneath of the sacral or under the glutes. Dig the elbows into the ground, point through the toes. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders, puff the chest up. Head falls all the way back. Keep lifting the heart with each inhale. Open the mouth and let the lips part. Exhale. Here for 2 more breaths. To come out, slowly lifting the head first. Pressing off the elbows, coming back through to center. And swing the legs to one side and come into child's pose for our third eye chakra. Bring the knees wide, sink the hips back, extend the arms forward. Start to make your way to your head to touch the ground. If the forehead doesn't touch, again, we got our friend the block here. We can rest our third eye on that. Even if your head can touch, I suggest a block, just making it feel comfortable. And while we're here, we're going to make a little massage for the bridge of our eyebrows. So just rocking that head side to side a little bit. Massaging out the third eye, taking some time here to think of the color purple, getting in touch with that intuition. A little touch activates it more. One more breath. Slowly releasing that, shifting the block out of the way, bringing the knees a little bit more together, finishing up with Rabit here for our crown chakra. So we're trying to get the top of our head, the crown, to touch the ground here. So we can keep our hands by our side, whatever feels comfortable. The hands can be cradling the head, they can be down by the side, or they can be reaching back for our foot. A couple options. We're going to come down by tucking our chin as much as we can. Try to get the top part of that head to the ground. It's okay if the hips lift up to get the head down. Chin to the chest, keep lifting the hips. Again, hands can be here, hands can be reaching for your ankles, or hands can be here cradling the back of your head. Stay here in your rabbit pose. If you want even more, and if it's possible for you, maybe we lift up the hips. Maybe we come into a headstand of sorts. But only if that feels good for you. Staying in the rabbit is just as good. Slowly coming out of it. Even if you are upside down, take your time coming down. Sitting back, finding yourself in neutral. Find a comfortable seat. This can be on your shins, Virasana, on your bottoms, Sukhasana. Close your eyes down here and just review those poses in your head. And think of which one really felt good, which one you didn't like at all. Maybe that one that we did not like is the one, the chakra, that we need to work on a little bit. Maybe the one we really liked could be our overactive chakra. Just taking some breaths, calming it down, reviewing how we feel, taking an energetic inventory. And stay as long as you'd like. When you're ready to come back, come back. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. We're going to go through each of these chakras more in depth in later videos. So follow along. We'll go through all of the chakras. We'll find some movement practices, some breath practices, some chanting practices, and rituals to do for each one of the chakras. Thank you so much for taking some time today on this journey with me. Be sure to stay tuned for future episodes, future videos that you may enjoy. Thank you so much. Peace and love, my friends. Meow. Namaste.